So you're wondering how much it costs to renovate a kitchen. Well, for us at Contact Renovations, our average kitchens are between $60,000 to $80,000. This particular kitchen here that we're going to feature is on the higher end of that spectrum. Let me show you some of the features and options that went into this, what resulted in the final cost being a bit on the higher end. But these are options, and you can certainly do a kitchen for less. I'm Paul from Contact Renovation and Custom Homes. Let me give you a bit of a tour of this kitchen here. Overall, when you check this kitchen out, some of the key features up front, these are premium custom cabinets. We have quartzite countertops, which is a natural stone that comes from a quarry as opposed to the quartz, which is man-made. But we'll get into those details later. Right out of the gate, if you look at the cabinetry here, you can see the base cabinets are all drawers. So the drawers will cost a lot more than cupboard doors. But the drawer optimizes how much storage you get within the space. Everything pulls out, it's easily accessible, so it's definitely considered an upgrade. In my opinion, it's really the only way to go unless you have a major or quite a fairly large small appliance that you need to access that won't fit in a drawer. So another couple options here in regards to the cabinets, and come for a bit of a tour here. We have these nice little pull-outs on either side of the cooktop. So these are nice, great for storage of spices and other smaller items. Now these pull-outs can be configured in different ways. It certainly is an additional cost for the cabinetry, but you have to decide if that's worthwhile for you or not. I would say the average cost to add one of these in, probably $500 each, above what a typical cabinet would be in this area. Sticking on the theme of cabinetry, we're gonna move along here and we'll come back and talk about some other features in a second. So here we have this large pantry area. So again, within this area, up top we have some standard cabinet doors, but here we again have these large pull-out pantry units. They're wonderful, they're soft close, and again, you can access everything from both sides. This would be considered a premium pantry pull-out option. You can get some of these that are plastic, some come in stainless steel. This is a nice wood steel combination. It's a nice robust door, and you can really load these full. One thing to look out for when you're selecting your pantry unit is what the weight rating is for these, because if you overload them and if the slide mechanism can't take the load, they're gonna be really difficult to pull out. The soft close won't work, so it's something to consider. Other options that might have been less costly here, but still practical, would be you could have regular doors that open with shelves exposed would be the least expensive. You could have shelves that pull out. And you could also have a different configuration here. We had smaller pull-out units and maybe larger drawers at the bottom. So these would be considered an upgrade. It's a nice premium feature, but also it really maximizes the storage. So if you don't have a lot of room for cabinetry in your kitchen, going with units like these really make a lot of sense, because this got rid of the need to have the built-in walk-in pantry at all. So, frankly, it looks really nice. The hardware on this kitchen package is considered premium too. You have these large oversized pulls everywhere. Again, really contributes to the aesthetics of it, and really gives it's nice and easy to grab whatever height you are, where you are. It's easy to reach out. Another thing to consider here we have the double wall oven. This one's a microwave with convection, and then we have a standard oven here. This would be considered an upgrade in your kitchen as well. Most kitchens, kind of your typical kitchen, would have a slide-in range, and you'd have your cooktop on top of it and your range at the bottom. So this is a nice feature. It gives you a bit more flexibility within the layout. You can then have a free cooktop that has storage below it, and it's very attractive the way that it's set up. So going with the wall ovens would be considered an upgrade, but it's not necessary depending on how you use your kitchen, how much you cook, etc. Let's talk a bit about this island. So this is a large oversized island. So with this came a few challenges. We're in a penthouse unit right now, so we're up on the top floor of a tower, and they wanted this large island that serves kind of multi-purpose for lots of workspace, but also for an area to sit, entertain. So we have this large island. I believe it's about 10 feet by 5 feet, and we could not fit the slab in the elevator. The cost of getting a crane to bring this up to the penthouse was exorbitant, so in the end, this got cut in half. But keep some of those things in mind. If you are envisioning a very large island in your kitchen, that will generally increase the price of your cabinetry, your countertop. As I mentioned earlier, this is a quartzite countertop, which is considered an exotic countertop. So if you're looking into some product like that, you can expect the price tag to go up, as opposed to getting, a nice, still practical, functional look with a nice quartz countertop, something a bit away from the designer side. you're looking at probably a third the price of what this top was in this particular home. In this island, we have 3 different appliances in the island. So again, depending on how you plan to use the space and how you intend to load it with features. Here we've got the dishwasher, which is considered typical. We have a double chest freezer in the island, and we also have a wine and beer fridge. So those are options too that'll contribute to your overall kitchen cost, not only for how you space and lay out your kitchen, but also with your appliance cost. But a couple of features here to talk about would be interior backsplash tile. So this has a marble backsplash, and the way this has been installed is right up behind the chimney style range hood. So, here that would be considered a premium product. This will run somewhere in that probably $20 a square foot range for the marble itself. Whereas if you went with a standard porcelain tile, subway tile backsplash, that cost could be down as low as $5 a square foot. We do see backsplash tiles that are upward. Well, the sky's the limit, to be frank. So really depends on what you select ultimately for your products and its orientation. This particular basket weave is labor intensive to install, and again, because it's marble, it's a premium product. Lastly, I would say that as far as the lighting goes within this kitchen area, some features we consider typical here would be under cabinet lighting. It's rare that we install a kitchen without it. It's great for task lighting. It also is nice for ambient lighting when you have everything else off and kind of just lights the space, looks attractive. This particular kitchen has above cabinet lighting, which is RGBK, which means it can be changed to like a million different color combinations, which is really fun for special events. Here in Edmonton, Alberta, we're here rooting for the Oilers, and this can go to orange and blue. So on game night, you have kind of a fun feature, Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day, etc. Whatever floats your boat, that's where that comes in, and it's kind of a nice feature. But again, it's an upgrade. Last thing lighting wise is when you renovate your kitchen, you have the option of leaving your existing lighting in its position that it was originally built. Typically we come in and we'll reorientate the entire lighting grid. In this case, we also added pendants based on our new kitchen layout. So the more you change within your kitchen reno, clearly the more it's going to cost based on electrical and drywall costs and etc. So when you plan your kitchen, there's a ton of different options, and really, like I said at the beginning, our average price is somewhere in that $60,000 to $80,000 range. And again, it'll depend upon your cabinet package, which would be your single most expensive cost in the kitchen, whether you go with a premium stain grade product, an MDF painted, you go with a thermofoil, a laminate or melamine product. There's a lot of options out there which ultimately dictate the price of your cabinet package. The next thing would be the countertops. Typically would be the second most expensive single aspect of the kitchen. Again, a big variety there, whether you're into a laminate countertop, which we don't install very often. You get into an entry-level quartz or potentially a granite. You can get into butcher block and other wood hybrid products, so then you can get into some premium products such as quartzite or into marbles, but some of those come with a higher maintenance requirement as well. So lighting and tile, obviously, your plumbing fixtures, again, will dictate your cost, because a kitchen sink can be $300, it can be $3,000. So a lot of it comes down to what you select. For us, we like to go with the best practice. And also we want to make something that's remarkable. It doesn't have to be expensive, but it needs to be done right, and you want to be excited about it, and so do we. So if you have any questions about what it might take or cost to renovate your kitchen, please do reach out. We're happy to walk you through your options and give you a realistic idea of what that price point would be for you. If you have any questions, please do reach out. I'm Paul from Contact Renovations and Custom Homes. Have a great one.